Yeah.
All right.
No.
No? Not any better?
No, you sound like ass.
Oh,
You
yeah.
sound like complete ass.
You're an ass. I think we're on the air. Uh, if you're just joining us, the show's RP Grinders. We have not started the show proper yet. We're just doing a little pre-show banter. This is Frank. I'm on with Eric, RPG.
You need to get that fixed.
What fixed?
You
Does,
sound like garbage.
hang on. How about now? Uh,
No.
Testing. Let me hang up on you and then I'll call you right back, Eric. Let's see if that clears it up. I don't know. I'll call you right back. We are gonna have a fantastic show today. Um, Waiting on Breakman. That clear it up, Eric? Yo, Eric.
Yeah, much
Okay.
better.
Yeah. All right. So it's just a little clearing the Skype air thing. Lots to talk about on the show today, y'all. We got plenty of news, including some Neptunia and Senran Kagura news.
Oh yeah.
Um,
We got a really big stinko for a certain company named Crap Division.
oh boy, yeah,
I wanted to talk about it last week, but last week we had a bunch of other stuff, and I
yeah.
think you're on I'm on a delay because you're responding pretty slow.
Really? No, I think I don't remember. I mean, I responded right away, Eric. I don't know what's going on. Um, I hear you loud and clear now today, though, so we're in good shape.
Mm.
Um,
Well, it could be because I'm downloading a game on my Xbox, but it's a small game. I think it's nearly finished,
yeah.
so it's
Um,
probably gonna finish that.
let's see what else we got here. We got the usual stinkos and sweetos today. Uh, Eric's got a good one that we are definitely going to talk about. Um, I got lots to say about that, but we'll wait till we get to that. It's a really good one. Um, Also, we will finish up our greatest game show of all time tournament today. Still some heavy hitters left. We got eight game shows left, and we will determine what the greatest game show of all time is today. We still got the big hitters, Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, but only one. There can be only one, just like Highlander, Eric. Um, we have some definite surprises. Gong Show made it this far. Pressure Luck, Double Dare. So, if some of yours made it, great. Let's see if one of your favorites wins. Um, it's going to be a heck of a good time today. So, if you're listening on archives, you really should join us live every Friday, 7 Eastern Time, twitch.tv/RPGrinders. It's always a good time, always a lively chat. So, hope you guys enjoy yourselves today. Got plenty. Um, let's see what else we got on the docket today, Eric. Um, car trouble sucks, Eric. I'll be talking
Mm.
about that today, man. You know, the thing about car trouble, it can never just be one little thing, right? It's always something that leads to something that leads to something else that leads to something else, you know? I'm just hoping I got my problem fixed. But I will be talking about that later. Hot is what I can describe this week for me, Eric. I don't know how it's been over in your neck of the woods, but it has just been plain hot and humid in Denver, which hot and humid in Denver don't mix, man. Like we never have this much humidity, man. I mean, minimum 30% humidity we've been having the past like month, and it's crazy and it sucks. And our air conditioner broke, so of course that had to get fixed. You know, upper 90s, hundreds with humidity is just no bueno, no fun. How is the weather your neck of the woods, Eric?
It's been mostly okay, but it was rainy and humid the last couple days.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you keeping up with the what is it? A special election over in Ohio with Nina Turner and that other candidate? I tweeted the other day,
No,
Eric.
I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, I tweeted the other day. I want Nina Turner to win, not because I think she's gonna change anything, because none of them ever do. But
At least they'll be GOP asshole.
yeah, um, I want them to. I want Nina to win just to prove that the Democratic Party cannot be saved whatsoever. How about AEW and the pizza cutter incident? MXT's in chat. Yeah, I saw that MXT. Those type of matches are okay every once in a while, MXT, but I can understand why Domino's got upset with that whole pizza cutter to the head type thing. I think it's really stupid that's what they're concerned with. I mean, AEW's bringing in ratings, man. They're slowly climbing. So, yeah, the pizza cutter incident for sure. Who else we got in there? Broadness is in there. What's up, Broadness? Thanks for joining our pre-show banter before we do the show proper. We're going to have fun today. Greatest game show of all time is going to be our tournament. We're down to 8 game shows left out of 64, so you're going to want to stick around for that. Stinkos and Sweetos are going to be pretty awesome this week. We got a little bit of news. What else do we got, Eric? We just got tons of stuff. It's tons of stuff to get to. Eric's got a couple of reviews this week. I don't think I have a review this week. I haven't really thought about it.
Yeah, I'm doing a show for a review for a game on the show which is rare because the only reason I'm doing it is because I covered the original, so I'm just gonna do it here too.
Yeah. We're going to have some Dear Breakman stuff, I'm pretty sure. So you're going to want to stick around for that. Jeez. What else? What else is in the news? ECW had hardcore matches that were good and didn't have to do that stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's okay, MXT. Like if I like that stuff sometimes, MXT. I don't think they should bust that out every time. I think if I had one criticism of AEW, it's they do that death match / hardcore match a little too often. Like, I'd like to see it maybe once a month or so type thing. That would be okay with me. But it's been like every other week or every week, and it's I could see where it would wear on some people and cause alarm, but AEW's doing everything right, MXT. I mean, I know you don't really care for AEW. It's not your cup of tea. You're more of the old school type guy. You like that old school wrestling stuff, like the WWE, but WWE hasn't been doing it for me other than SmackDown. SmackDown's okay.
NXT's living in the past. This is why he always asks about Legend of Dragoon on the show.
Is that true, MXT? You living in the past, man? Just can't get over it. You're still pining.
You should see some of his Facebook posts. He's like, back in my day, we did this thing. That's not back in his day either.
Oh, back in my day, like he's like Anderson from Beavis and Butthead. Was that you two whacking off my shit again? I like new and innovative stuff. So, whether it's horror movies or wrestling or cartoons or, I don't mind. Like, I hate when people stick to tradition. I mean, the Attitude Era is over, MXT. Like that. I mean, that was like a good period in wrestling that everybody kind of enjoyed, even the sexy, racy stuff. But it's time for something new, and it's.
Yeah, I was talking about Dragon Quest and how it's a long time past due since they decided to not make the protagonist silent anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
And their argument was, well, if they did that and they give the character characterization, it wouldn't be Dragon Quest. But I said, no, it would be. They'd just be one more character. And like, tradition's a bad reason to do anything.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, Eric. That's probably one of the few.
People got really super upset about Dragon Quest IX possibly becoming an MMO action RPG.
Yeah.
And I think the only reason they had a legitimate criticism and weren't concerned about that is because it was going to be on the DS, which is not known for those two things.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I still think
which is why they made it MMO action RPG, or well, it was turn-based, but they made an MMO for 10 later on. Yeah. They finally did the thing they wanted to do.
I really wanted 10 to come over here, Eric. Like, I was curious, you know. I mean, I that would have been kind of something a little bit different to kind of change it up a little bit. But I understand.
Japanese fans also got mad at the Gyaru / Gongoro looking fairy girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody, despite all the complaining, it sold like hotcakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they should never listen to fans ever.
Yeah. I thought about Dragon Quest, man, and that was one of the things I think they should really think about, like changing up the silent protagonist, trope.
It's weird when they have a silent protagonist that you interact with your past version of, or you're the past version and you interact with your future self, as in 5, and they have full voice acting at that one part of the game and nowhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the criticism I have of Dragon Quest VIII on the, what was it, the DS, Eric? Like,
3DS?
Yeah, 3DS, I'm sorry. I like the voice acting, man. I know it was, like, put in after the fact, but I thought that added a lot of character to that game, man. There were characters in that game that just breathed new life, man. It was just, I don't know. I just think it was a fabulous
having voice acting in the DS version of 4 would have helped with the unusual localization choices they made.
Yeah.
With that game.
Yeah.
Because I had a hard time parsing what they were actually saying most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a few of those chapters.
Yeah.
And specifically chapters 1 and chapters 3 or 2.
Yeah. I really like that game, man. It's my favorite of all time, and a big part of the reason why I love that game was the charm. You know, I mean, it's such a charming game, man. I mean, it did have dark like undertones, but the charm of that game is just what to me set it apart from 99% of the shit out there. Like, a lot of games don't have charm or personality. I mean, you look at a game like I don't know, like Anthem. When I was watching people play through that, because I'm not gonna pay for a game like that. Like, there's just no personality, no charm, nothing to it. Like, even a game like Fortnite has some charm. I can see why people like that game so much. It's got its own charm and stuff, but it's hard to set yourself apart and not be a bland, by the numbers video game. I mean, just the way it is. We are going to talk about certain video game companies' failures, Eric. I can't wait to get into that discussion.
It's actually probably more pertinent we're talking about it this week because of developments from last week.
Yeah. That's it's a terrible situation going on over there, but we'll talk about that. We will talk about news. We will talk about questions that you guys gave us for Dear Breakman. What else? Eric's got a couple of reviews. Our Stinkos should be pretty good. They always are. Sweetos should be pretty good. Stuff like that. Our free-for-all is going to be really, really fun today. We're going to crown the greatest game show of all time. Did your game show...
Hold on a second. I I need to check my downloads. Maybe I need to stop it.
Okay.
I think it's affecting my internet speed.
Okay. The greatest game show of all time. Hopefully yours made it to the top 8, but we will determine the greatest of all time today. We will have a lively chat. We always do. Um, I can't even read without my glasses. That's another stinko. I lost my glasses last week. I said that. I got to get a little closer to my screen here. Expatation. What is that? Expatation. Welcome to chat. Thanks for joining. We haven't started the show proper yet. We're just waiting for Breakman to join on in. The show is RPGrinders. This is Frank. I'm on with Eric RPG. We're waiting on Breakman, and
that thing was like 16 gigs, and it was bigger than I thought it would be, considering the game was an isometric type of game.
Yeah. And
it's only at 6 gigabytes, so I wasn't gonna let that keep going during the show.
Yeah. Lots to talk about on the show today. We have not started the show proper. We're waiting for Breakman to join on in, and then we'll get started at 7 Eastern time. So if you are listening on the archives on YouTube or Twitch, make sure you join us live every Friday, 7 Eastern time, where lots of shenanigans go on. Usually good, mischievous shenanigans, but, that's how we roll on RPGrinders. I started a new channel, Eric. It's all about doing audits, First Amendment audits, and there's a lot of interesting stuff going on here in Colorado that I'm gonna uncover and expose to.
No, that is tempting.
To everybody.
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered is $12 on PSN.
That's not terrible. That's pretty, like you said, that's tempting, Eric. Might have to pick that up. Although I remember Crystal Chronicles not being all that great.
I mean, it's at least $12 good at low.
Yeah, so. I guess you're right, Eric. That's true. $12 good is, yeah. It's.
And I think they fixed some of the problems that were around at launch.
Yeah. Freak 5 is in chat. What's up, Freak 5? We have not started just yet, but we will soon enough. Thanks for joining the chat. Really appreciate it. We're going to determine the greatest game show of all time today. That'll be our free-for-all. And I guess I might as well announce it now. Next month, we're going to be doing the greatest Game Boy game of all time. And I'm sure we should follow that up, Eric, with the greatest Game Boy Advance game in the following month, right? I mean,
oh yeah, there's another stinko I need to put it down. Disney.
Oh yeah. Crystal Chronicles was horrible for multiplayer. Yeah, it was definitely horrible for multiplayer. Freak 5. Yep, one person had to carry the fucking goblet. The game sucked. Multiplayer definitely sucked. No question about it.
They sort of fixed it for the remastered version, but I don't know if they fixed it since then, but it was previously set up where the person hosting the game is the only one that really gets any progress done. Because apparently it doesn't count if you're playing on the other.
Wow. That sucks.
But they might have fixed that. I don't know. Haven't seen any patch notes since it released.
Yeah, it's probably worth $12, I would say. Freak 5. I mean, if you're just doing the main quest or whatever, but I don't know if they fixed a lot of those multiplayer stuffs, but I totally agree. So yeah, lots going on today's show. Yeah, there you go. Some news. We're going to be doing some stinkos that you guys are going to want to stick around for. Eric's got a couple of reviews. I don't have anything to review this week, but I will next week most likely. I've had a long shit week, so hopefully that turns around. I think it is turning around. I'll get to it in my sweetos, but and stinkos, but Just waiting on break to join the fray, and then we'll be starting the show proper at 7 Eastern Time. Glad you all could join us. I really appreciate you, Freak5 in chat, and MXT. Let me see if anybody else is in chat. Any ninjas? Sad Girl's in chat. Welcome back, Sad Girl. That's I think that's third week in a row I've seen Sad Girl in there. So appreciate you guys joining today. We have not started the show proper. We're waiting on Breakman to join the fray here, and should be a ton of fun. We're gonna have a heck of a show, including the greatest game show of all time. We've got some game shows that I didn't think would make it to this round, but nonetheless there are upsets, and so we're always. I mean, it always surprises me. The things that I think would do really well sometimes don't do so well, and some other things that I think would do really well end up losing and stuff. So I really like these tournaments, Eric. They bring to light a lot. Freak5 says, I need to think of a dear Breakman. Yeah, go for it, man. Plenty of time. We still got 5 minutes before the show. Just waiting on Breakman to get on in here before we do our thing. Lots to talk about today. We got some news. The new. Do you know what's new on PlayStation Plus yet, Eric? Or have they? I think it's kind of a weak month for it, actually.
Yeah. Let me get that update so I can put it in the homie discount.
Yeah, there you go. So we've got a couple of reviews. Like I said, the Stinkos are going to be pretty good this week. They always are. It's everybody's favorite segment, of course. And then we got Sweetos. Let's see. And then our free-for-all is going to be the greatest game show of all time. We still have quite a few heavy hitters in there and a few upset-minded game shows in there. So that should be a ton of fun. 8 left, and we will whittle it down to the greatest game show of all time. You guys are always welcome to call in after the news. You can either look up RPGrinders or Frank Branches on Skype, and I will add you if you want to. I mean, the phone lines have always been open, by the way. I heard, I think somebody was, who was it, Breakman, that was saying, we need to open up the phone lines. And they're always open after the news. I like to get through the news first, so we just do the news and then get you your opinion on in here. So yeah, I'm glad you all could join us. If you're just joining us, the show's RPGrinders. This is Frank. I'm on with Eric RPG. We're waiting on Breakman to join us so we can get the show proper started. I didn't see Breakman in Skype. I know he was on Twitter earlier, so there's that. Oh man, this is breaking news. Freak5 House just adjourned without extending housing moratorium, which expires tomorrow. So wow, it's gonna be bad. A lot of people are gonna be homeless. Wow. I don't know what to say about that. It's so disparaging and so heart-wrenching to see some of these people get kicked out of their homes, and all these landlords just licking their chops to kick people out and whatnot. But what are you gonna do? What else we got on the agenda today? It's just gonna be a fun show. I hope you guys can stick around for it. Breakman should be joining us any second now, and then we'll get the show started proper. Let's I think we're gonna have a fun show, Eric. I gotta, like certain shows, you just have a good vibe about. I think this show's gonna have a good vibe about it. So, see if anybody else joined the chat. Shows RPGrinders. This is Frank. I'm on with Eric RPG. We're waiting on Breakman to get on in. In chat right now is Freak5 Chaos, Broadness, Expectation, and Sad Girl. Thank you guys for joining the fray here. Let's see what's going on.
I don't know if you can see that.
What am I you're temporary blocked is what it says, Eric.
Yeah, I mean I can look at it, but I don't know why you can't.
What the hell? That's so weird. Oh, it's coming up. I don't know. Why did I? Oh, there we go. What is that? Jellyfish Patrick.
It's like a end of Evangelion style telling of like of like SpongeBob, but it's all dark and that's it.
Wow, that's kind of cool, man. I saw it. That's really cool. Okay.
But there's like 67 pictures. It's basically a comic.
Wow.
You should read it though when you have time.
When I have time, I will try to get to it, Eric. Just waiting on Breakman. He's not quite on Skype yet. If you're just joining us, the show is RPGrinders. I'm on with Eric RPG. Let's see. I finished creating my Necromancer Specialist with the Corgi mount as it's familiar. The only thing, Freak5, a Corgi mount? Like, what's the hit points on a Corgi, man? The sprite is going to pretend to be the Corgi's familiar, partially because he is a nudist, because who makes their familiar wear clothes. Oh, I see. I get it there, Freak5. It's kind of funny, man. Really cool if you play it correctly. Yep. It's time for the show. We're just waiting on Breakman. I'm sure Breakman's around. He's just might be having some Skype issues as usual or something here. I don't see any what am I doing here? Don't see any messages from Breakman, so everything should be good to go. Nothing on Twitter anyways, but let me send Break another message here. Is Break in chat? Sometimes I can't see everybody that's in chat, so Break, if you're in chat, shout out. I don't even see him in chat, so it wouldn't be Breakman if he wasn't having Skype issues, I can tell you that much. You know what, Eric, I forgot.
Your video is going intermittent for me. It's buffering like crazy. I don't know why.
The video? I don't know, man. Maybe it's your connection. Let me check it here. Everything's looking good, man. Okay. It's all green on this side, so might be on your side. Let's see if you can hear this, Eric. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
All right, let me make sure it plays here. Yeah.
So we're live streaming.
We're good. Okay. Like I said, the show's RPGrinders. We're just waiting on Break to get on in. I think he might be having Skype issues. I don't know. I gave the familiar the ability to speak, but I may start with my idea of using the cantrip message to talk to people. Yeah, maybe make that a reveal later on, Freak5, that the familiar can actually talk, but chooses not to, type of thing, That always plays well in a campaign. Little surprises here and there. We're going to have a ton of fun on today's show. I can just tell. I've got that vibe. I think it's just going to be really fun. Not a lot of news, so that's good because I I'm having a hard time without my glasses. I ordered new glasses, but of course they don't come in for a couple weeks, so I got about another week and a half to wait for.
Flying man, Frank.
Yeah,
Flying man, Frank.
pretty much, man. Pretty much. All right, let's get Breakman on in here. Hopefully, let's see. Eric, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see if we can get Breakman on in here. Freak says, I took a spell that lets me shrink non-magical items to the size of a coin. The duration is 1 day, but if it doesn't have the room to expand, the duration extends. Oh, that's cool. That's how you could put that like in a bag or something.
Then it can't accidentally kill anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Calling Breakman. Come on, Breakman. Pick up. Pick up, Breakman. Calling you. Just waiting on Break to join the fray here. Come on, Breakman. You know what, Eric? Let me try hanging up on you and then try. Oh, wait. We might have him. Breakman, are you there? Breakman, can you hear us? Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, we're here.
I'm here.
Break just came back from his frat boy beer party, right? Like a certain someone.
Is that true? Did you just come back from?
I was hanging out with Matt Gates.
Yep. Oh, yep. There you go.
No, I thought you were hanging out with Bobby Kotick. Then again, he's probably there too.
No, there weren't enough women there for Bobby.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so it's just a big sausage party. Of course.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Bobby was definitely not interested in that kind of thing.
Yeah. Freak Pie says, I also took a feat that if we need a non-magic item, I can search my backpack, pull it out like I bought it during the last time I was shopping. Only drawback is that I can't be anything that would have me encumbered, and shrink items works great for that. Yep. You're doing it right, Freak 5. You're thinking ahead. Okay. How was your week, Break?
That's all right.
It's all right?
Yeah. I didn't know it was already over with. It's like this kind of week went by pretty quick.
I had a shitty week up until today, but I'll be talking about that in a little bit. Okay, you guys ready to rock the hizzy?
Sure.
As the old school kids say. Breakman knows about that. Rocking the hizzy. All right, here we go, y'all. And welcome, everybody, to episode 652 of RPGrinders. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great and Breakman the Bold. Gentlemen, how was your week?
That's a violation of my HIPAA rights. I can't answer that.
Oh, man, I'm in trouble now, man. So what's the procedures from here? Are you going to sue me, Breakman, or what's going on here?
Yes. Now that you mention it, yes.
I'll tell you what.
What's going on lately?
Hey, Breakman, can we settle out of court and I'll just send you a check in the mail? Eric, how are you doing, man? How was your week?
It was okay.
Yeah, one of those weeks. My week was. We'll get to it. All right, guys, let's get into the news.
RPG news.
All right, Eric, let's do it.
Okay, from RPG site, Chernobyl is leaving early access and launches for PC yesterday. And the console releases are still planned for October. I don't know, that was the early access date. It's still launching on September 7th for consoles, and physical release is available for the PS4 version from Perp Games, which mine's the Xbox One getting physical release, whatever.
Yeah.
But so if you've been looking forward to that game, you can play it now if you've got a decent PC. Otherwise, you have to wait a bit.
It looks pretty good. It's just a first-person survival game, I'm guessing, Eric, or
Survival horror RPG.
yeah, it looks okay. Looks I mean, graphics-wise, obviously really good, but I'm curious to see how this turns out. So, all you PCers out there, something to look forward to. So, pick it up. Let me know how it is. Hopefully, the consoles will. Oh yeah, it does.
I put in my request for the console version, so hopefully it comes through. So.
Yeah, that'd be nice, man. Okay, Breakman, what do we got next?
Coming to us live from RPG site, Blue Reflection Second Light launches in North America and Europe on November 9th. Koei Tecmo has announced that Blue Reflection Second Light will be blah 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 blah. What did I just fucking say? NIS America will offer a limited edition of the game available on its online store priced at $129.99 for either PlayStation 4 or Nintendo Switch. Edition includes a collector's box, art book, deluxe cloth poster. Oh, that's kind of cool. 2 mini acrylic charms.
I'm not a fan of the 100 plus limited editions.
What do they mean by charms? Like on a bracelet charms?
Yeah,
Probably
Photo
something
album,
like that.
exclusive DLC costume. Oh, I don't want charms.
Well, the game takes place in Japan, so I'm guessing they're Japanese charms.
Oh, there you go.
So they're like amulets.
Yeah. Okay. I guess.
yeah, I don't need to read any more of this. It's just
Or tags.
Okay, break, no problem. Let's see.
Attached like a keychain.
Freak says, Frank is lucky. I don't think the person who tells the government about HIPAA violation doesn't get some of the money from the fine. Oh, yeah. So there you go. If you're thinking you're getting money, man,
No, you're wait, no money?
Yeah, no
Fuck.
money. Yeah.
I'm not interested anymore then.
Break would have broken his arm trying to call to snitch on Frank if he could get some of the possible $50,000. That's true too. man.
Oh, it hurts so much. Ow.
All right, next comes to us from RPGsite.net. Mortal Shell. What is this? Mortal Shell, the Virtuous Cycle. Wow, I'd like to see the opposite of the Virtuous Cycle in this. DLC lands on August 18 alongside a Steam release, and it's going to cost you $7.99, €6.99, £6.99. Is euros the same exchange rate as pounds? I think it is, man.
No, it's changed now because of Brexit.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. So additionally, PlayStack has announced that the game will launch for Steam on the same date, following a year of timed exclusivity on the Epic Game Store. So there's a little nifty little trailer there. So if you like Mortal Shell and you want more of it, there's more DLC. So
I got the PS5 upgrade for
okay,
free.
cool.
But so I need to play through it again because unfortunately my saves don't carry over.
Oh, that sucks, man.
So when I buy the DLC, it's going to take a while before I get to the point where I'm actually able to play it.
Yeah. All right, Eric, what do we got next?
We got the Mary Skelter finale date, which is coming out September 30th in North America and October 1st in Europe, PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch. It is launching in a standard edition, $49.99, and a limited edition on the publisher's storefront because I'm guessing it's not going to be sold at retail.
Yeah.
I think this game, unlike 2, will get a physical release though.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Because it includes all 3 games in it because it is a sequence of events, so you need to kind of play one to play the other.
Yeah. Very cool. Very, very cool. Freak5 says, I have had fucking training for that shit every year for over 20 years regarding HIPAA. So I guess if there's somebody that knows about HIPAA, Breakman, Freak5 is your guy.
No, I've worked with HIPAA in my job since I've been there, so I know all about HIPAA rules. I was just making fun of someone using using HIPAA as an excuse. It wasn't an actual excuse, and
Yeah.
well, that's actually part of my problem lately is the media just not calling people out.
Well, I have big problems with the media in general, man. Especially the
Yeah.
mainstream media, and even now some of the independent media is like starting to cave into this Trump narrative bullshit. If everybody just stopped fucking talking about Trump, like
Yeah, like social media kicked him off for a fucking good reason. And I still turn on my news feed and like CNN will be talking about him and some
Yep,
shit.
yep,
Like, okay, if you want to talk about like the DOJ releasing the files, that's one thing. But to quote every fucking thing that Trump says,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
helping him, you idiots.
yep.
Also, TYT does this.
Yeah,
like,
they
daily.
they do, man, 100%. Freak Five says, of course, maybe snitches do get the money from the government. All my training was through my employers, so maybe they left that part out, so we aren't tempted to snitch. Yeah, exactly, Freak Five. He also says,
Stitches.
I knew you were making fun of that. LOL, fucking Trumplicans. Yeah. I mean, you can't go like 10 minutes on any of the mainstream networks and not hear about that fucking moron. It's just the way that it is. All right.
And same thing with like the COVID denial. Like every time somebody denies COVID, like they have to put a report on it or something. Like, okay, we know they don't believe in it. Could we just fucking move on?
I know, man. And you know what's funny is a lot of those people that are getting COVID and are on fucking ventilators and shit, or right before they get ventilators, are begging for the vaccine. It's like, no, it's too late now, man. You can't get it when you get sick. That's just
fucking sad because all these people are being brainwashed. They're
Yeah.
being lied to by like Tucker Carlson and shit.
Yeah.
I think Fox News has now changed their slogan and they're saying "Get vaxxed." I think
Nope.
some of them are. Some of them are. I know Laura Ingram's not.
Yeah, they're retracting a lot of that shit, man. It seemed like they were kind of changing the narrative, which actually is a good thing, and they should. But then, you got Hannity who did a 180 and was like, no, don't get back.
And let's not praise these people. Like, I read an article that somebody was praising Mitch McConnell because he's always been pro-vaccine and stuff.
Oh,
well, what the fuck was he doing last year when Trump was not wearing masks and everything else?
Yeah.
Isn't he the third most powerful person in Washington?
Well, he was at the time. Yeah, for
at
sure.
the time, yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't say a goddamn word, so no, he doesn't get fucking credit for being pro-vax.
Yeah, exactly.
When he kept his fucking mouth shut.
He doesn't. I mean, fuck him for all the damage he's done. He's like one of the worst of the worst, man, if not the worst. Ugh. And then you know what? He's gonna be back in. I mean, the Democrats are gonna screw this up, man. It's gonna be.
They've done nothing but screw it up.
I know, man. That's why. Why do you think I don't want to be Democrat or Republican? Because they both.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
I'm exactly with you.
I have yet another stinko I need to add.
Go right ahead, man.
Oh, we'll get to those. I mean,
yep.
We just kind of went off on a little bit of a tangent. Sorry.
All right, break, man.
We should probably get back to the news since we're still on it.
All right, break.
Coming to us live from loading here, RPG site. Mary Skelter finale launches on September 30th.
I just did that one.
America, in October.
Yeah,
1st.
you did that one.
Son of a bitch.
You got the next one, Neptunia?
No.
Okay, I'll do it.
I can't even get the freaking links to load.
I'll do it. God. It's Neptunia X or Cross Senran Kagra. I never know what to say, Eric. Is this X or Cross or what is it?
Whichever it is, you should call it the other.
Yeah, exactly. Ninja Wars to launch for PS4 in the West next year, or this year. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad they gave us a definitive date on this. Game is set to release in Japan on September 16th as Senran Ninin Ninja Tyson Neptune. Okay, that's a mouthful. $49.99 for a standard edition. Limited edition, of course, will be offered, and then there's a little trailer which you should be in chat, so there you go. Freak 5 says, I'm sick of those assholes complaining that Democrats made the pandemic political. Democrats are listening to the experts that isn't politically. I disagree with that actually a little bit, Freak 5. Republicans saying the experts, they are wrong because they don't want to do what the experts say we need to do, is making it
Well, that's what
political.
Republicans keep doing with everything. Like, they deny science in every way possible.
Yeah.
I mean, well, look at who was the congressman who was it was a confirmation hearing, and he asked the person if they believed in God. That's not a question you're supposed to be asking in Congress.
Well, I always thought that they should just keep religion out of politics. Period, man. Like that.
Like it's supposed to be and is
Yeah.
written in the Constitution as
Yep.
such.
Separation of church and
Yeah.
state. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
How dare you think it should be like it's written, and not the way the assholes have always done it.
Yeah. All right. Do you have the Death End Request story up, Break?
I skipped to the next one.
Okay. All right.
I'll read this one.
Okay.
Coming to us live from RPG site. Adventure RPG Baldo.
What the? What?
Baldo?
What?
Set to released on August 27th for PlayStation 4, Xbox One.
It is
Nintendo
just
Switch,
Bolto's
PC,
taken.
and Apple Arcade. So wait, the guy's got hair though. It's got to be a wig, right? He can't.
No, it's like I said, it's because Bolto was taken, so they had to change the letter.
Well, then they should have shaved his fucking head too. That's just laziness.
It has nothing to do with their name. That's why.
I don't care. He's supposed to be bald.
All right. What else on this one, Blake?
There's a snaps on journey through the blah 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 team magical and puzzles and stuff like that. Explore dungeons, yay. Okay, that's about it.
Yeah, it's got kind of a wow, like a cel shaded Studio Ghibli look is the best way that I could put it. I don't know. It looks so.
It might be fun.
It looks interesting. I mean, I don't know. It looks.
The footage looks janky though.
The story that I was making fun because it's fucking generic as fuck. From delightful whimsy to thrilling adventure, discover new towns and their distinct inhabitants, fight ferocious foes, locate hidden temples, and collect objects both magical and mundane. I mean, how many fucking times have we read this shit before?
I know it's the same story, man. We talk about this before, Break, man. Like when you're
PR must be hard because how many games have done this already?
yeah,
That's true too.
Yeah, just imagine cel-shaded Studio Ghibli, and that's pretty much what you're getting here. But maybe a bland story because it doesn't sound like anything too extravagant. Anything else on that?
Not fucking bald. Like, that's bothering me. Damn it.
I know. He's not. I know. For a name like Baldo, you would think he'd be bald, but no.
Well, it's called Baldo, the guardian owl. So maybe one of the owls is bald.
Ah, there you go.
That's fine. If the head owl's just bald as fuck, that'd be fine. Then.
That would be awesome. Then he'd almost look.
He's got the shiny, bright head, like he's so bald. Like, oh shit, turn that shit down, dude.
Yeah. It's very bright. I do like that aspect of it. I like these bright, colorful, whimsical games like this. So it might be pretty good. I don't know. We're shitting on it, and we shouldn't. All right, let's not shit on the next game.
We're not shitting on your game.
I know. All right, next one comes to us from RPGsite.net. Death End Request 2 launches for Nintendo Switch in the West in 2022. So it launched on the PS4 in Japan February 2020. And English released in August of 2020. So what? Oh, it's just the Switch version's coming in 2022. So there you go. If you like that type of deal, it's the Death End Request series thing. So if you're a fan of that, I'm sure you're gonna line up to get this one as well. So all right, Eric, what else we got?
I'm just gonna read this because that's all there really is to it. But Digimon Survive has been delayed again.
What a shocker there.
So will Digimon Survive?
Yeah.
They should have never called it Digimon Survive for a game that seems to have trouble surviving.
Good point, Eric.
I suggested on Twitter that maybe if it gets released, they should have renamed it to Digimon Still Alive.
I think we said almost the same joke when Metal Gear Survive came out. It didn't survive that long. It's a shitty game, man. All right, Eric, what do we got next?
Black Book has got a date. It's a Russian mythology RPG, adventure RPG. Comes out August 10th on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. No mention whether or not the Series S and X and PlayStation 5 will be getting upgrade patches or whatever.
This
But
What
I'm
about the
looking.
Xbox Series S and M?
I keep waiting for that version, Breakman, but no luck so far, man.
Oh, none? Okay. That
Yeah,
sucks.
I'm still waiting for the PS Bondage edition, and there's nothing there on that front either. So
That either? Jeez.
yeah,
We're getting screwed left and right, aren't we?
yeah, exactly. Or we're not getting screwed is the thing. Okay,
anyways,
so
the game will be priced at €24.99, €24.99, and £19.99.
very reasonable.
With a 50% launch week discount.
Wow, even more reasonable. Pick it up launch week, guys.
And it promises to have more than 20 hours of gameplay.
I would say that's worth it. $24.99 for 20 hours of gameplay. Plus, it's got an
Full
unusual.
English voiceovers, which this is a Russian game, so where's the Russian language?
Yeah,
option?
exactly. The developer is Morteshka, so yeah, that's definitely a little Russian sounding. I like unique stories like this. Hopefully, it's pretty good. The art style. I don't know if you guys have ever played this game called Pillars. Oh shit, my
Pillars of Eternity.
Pillars of Eternity. Ken Follett's deal. It's kind of got that same art style. I do like it. So there you go. Jesus Christ! My mouse just went down my fucking air vent here. So give me a moment while I try to.
Didn't know you had a rodent problem, but I'll go ahead and read the next story. Coming to us live from RPG
Squirrels.
site. Sports RPG Dodgeball Academia launches on August 5th for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Publisher Humble Games and developer Pocket Trap have announced that this game will be out on this date that I just said. In a world where dodgeball is life, you join Otto at the academy and train to become the ultimate dodgeball champion. Across 8 episodes, you'll forge friendships and create rivals, all in the name of developing the best dodgeball team. Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Level up Otto and develop a dynamic team across a vast and customizable party progression system, all the while explore the vast dodgeball academia and uncover the long hidden truths that reside within the very walls you live and learn and dominate in.
Yeah. Dungeons in chat, he says the Black Book demo was pretty interesting. It has card-based spell casting combat. You lost me at spell casting, Dungeon. Freakfly says, does the S&M edition have you attach nipple clamps to your controller? So when the controller vibrates, it also shocks you? That would be interesting, Freakfly.
Yes.
He said it was card-based, not that you play with cards.
Yeah.
Which means that the characters use cards.
Gotcha. Okay.
You don't necessarily use them.
Oh, that's good. That's a plus because I hate card management in those fucking games, man. It's it's one of those things. But okay, that is the news for the week. I don't think you added anything else in there.
This seems like an interesting game to me. So is the Russian mythology game. So,
yeah, I'm down for that break. Like I said, anything with like something new. I'm always down to kind of check it out. But
I like their short but sweet synopsis of the story. For God's sakes, like why did I have to read 3 paragraphs of the one that was nonsense?
And I know the one that was like so bland.
It's your fault that you read it. You just skip over it.
Damn you and your logic.
I know. Leave it. Just leave it at that, break, man. Like the hole just gets deeper and deeper. All right, homie.
Yeah, I'll play this dodgeball game where you can shoot Kamehamehas.
Yeah, it looks pretty fun.
Yeah,
I think.
Homie discounts this week. I don't know what's new on Xbox. Do you, Breakman? Like know any?
No,
new?
but I saw a deal on the Switch earlier. What platform was that on? Hades for $30.
Well, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's see. The PlayStation Plus game for August: Hunter's Arena Legends, Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville, and Tennis World Tour 2. Oh boy.
GameStop.
GameStop. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like normally 40. So
yeah, so it's on sale for 30 now. There.
Yeah, this is a shitty month for PlayStation Plus, so I'm not even gonna mention any more on that. I am interested in the tennis game because I like tennis games, but whatever. I know most people don't. Let's see here. Breakman, should I hit your music? All right, Breakman, before we get to that real quick, Dungeon says the cards represent spell effects and you can build a deck to use, but it's not super involved. I never played a card-based combat game before the demo, and I managed to get through it without throwing my keyboard at the wall, Dungeon says. So there you go. There's a little clarification. By the way, Dungeon is the resident ninja in chat. I mean, he smoothly glides in, nobody hears him, and just bam, he's in chat. So there you go, Dungeon. All right, Breakman, what do we got?
It's probably just like picking which spells you want to use. That's all it amounts to.
Yeah. All right, Breakman, what do we got?
We've got 2 Dear Breakmans today. I'm not sure if we should do both or not. It depends, I guess, how long we spend on the first one. This one's from Bernie. Dear Breakman, how would you handle living in a 3-story house, having an upset tummy and no working plumbing on the first 2 floors? Well, I wouldn't live in that house. So, problem solved.
What if
Oh, you mean for other people though? Well, let's see here. Well, obviously you can drill a hole in the 3rd floor if you have to. I mean, I'd recommend staying up there at all times, unless there's no toilet up there. Like, but why would they not have a toilet up there?
Well, what I was thinking, like, if you were in a hurry, like, let's say you'd like had one of those, bubble gut moments, and you like absolutely had to go. You just open a window, just stick the ass out, and there you go. I mean, just right outside, there's nothing inside, and boom, done.
Yeah, like once you start feeling like a turtle, like there's no chance. You gotta find the nearest like hole or opening, or like Frank said, a window. So like if you're say by a closet, you can open the closet door real quick, stick your ass in it.
Just make sure it's a closet that you're not using that often.
Oh, this is your own house?
Yes.
Oh, fuck! I thought this was somebody else's house you're doing it in. Shit. That's a problem then. Well, you need a toilet on the 3rd floor, for instance. Like that, that's just a must. You're gonna have to probably kidnap somebody and force them to fix your plumbing, though. I can't think of any other solution really. Kidnapping. Or
I got another one. How about like garbage bags? Just load up a garbage bag. Boom.
Yeah, you can do that if you're in somebody else's house, but I'm talking about in your own home. You're going to want that fixed. So I'm thinking you're going to have to blackmail like a city official or something.
That wouldn't be hard. Just just go to a lobbying firm. Easy, done deal, man.
Just follow them home or you can do that, or you could just follow them home one night. Well, and by home I mean to the strip club where they are, trying to pick up the underage girls outside of the strip club.
Dungeon says, "Shh, I'm sneaking." Freak Pipe says, "Drill a hole in the floor above the toilet. Attach a funnel to a pool noodle." I like that.
And aim the noodle toward the toilet and shit in the funnel.
Yeah, I mean that's.
You gotta get an extra wide funnel though for some people.
That's true.
But so for some people, it's just like they do that, and it's like a waterfall, just in and out.
Yeah. I like that idea, but like if you're in a hurry, I don't know if you'd have time to drill that hole, and
Yeah, that's the problem. Is in a hurry. Is there a bathtub nearby? I mean, that's. I mean, well, there's another thing. If you do have a toilet but it's not working, you could just shut the lid. Spray some ice.
Just go right on top of it, There you go. And then, see, that's an added plus because, like, if you get your toilet working again, you just lift the lid and you don't have to worry about it. It's just on the other side,
Indeed.
Yeah,
correct.
That's good. Brakeman, I like this, Dear Brakeman, this week. All right. What do you say, Eric? You think you have any other ideas for pooping if you're on the first floor, let's say?
I want to stay out of this.
He's like,
I'd also recommend trash cans, and if you're really desperate, like drawers, like a dresser drawer or something. just poop on your underwear. There you go.
Yeah.
That way you can have an answer. What happened? I pooped myself.
Yeah. See, Freak Five's being a little too proactive. He says, "Do it now," so when you have to hurry, it's already there. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean,
well, that's exactly why I'm already blackmailing several politicians. I don't have anything planned for them yet, but when I need them, they're there.
I mean, they're easily blackmailed, man. I mean, all the lobbying groups, blackmail the shit out of all of them. So,
One of these days, I'm gonna need something from them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, what else you got in
Do you want to do the other one?
Yeah, why not? We got time.
This comes from Freak. He says, "Dear Breakman, what is the etiquette if you shart during sex if you aren't in your own bed?" So, or you're not in your own home, or is this like you're on the kids' bed or something? Like the kids were away and you were trying to do it and their bedroom was closer or something? Is that what you mean?
I mean, this sounds like Freaks has personal experience with this, so that's why he's asking you this question, man. He wants to know what to do next time because he was caught literally with his pants down. So yeah, this is interesting, Breakman. What do you say to the sharding?
We just got a tweet from Slegar who answers the question with, "Their bed, they do the maintenance."
Oh, right on,
Slegar. I recommend hotel beds for anonymous sex. That's why you don't have to clean the sheets,
right?
Or the bathroom, or the floor. Or
I mean, just
like
wipe your ass with the sheets right there, right? I mean, and just wad them up, throw them on the floor. Good to go.
Mm-hmm. And, if that was the last sheet, you can just go down to the lobby and say, "I need a new sheet."
Yeah, exactly.
You gave me crappy sheets?
Yep.
Literally.
These sheets had shit all over them. What's wrong with you guys? I want my stay for free. So that's an added bonus. You get free lodging and you get clean sheets.
It's true.
Yeah.
And always get extra towels because you never know.
Yeah.
Like that toilet paper they have in there might be really crappy. So I just recommend those extra hand towels.
Right.
He had some. Or like if your sex partner doesn't live with you and you're having sex in their bed.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, well, that one you can't deny as easily. Maybe you can frame one of her pets or something if they have pets.
This dog just shit on me. Look at it.
Yeah, we were having sex, all of a sudden your dog jumped on the bed, shit everywhere. What the hell?
Oh man, what a debacle, man. Okay, I like that.
So if you're doing it, you can have one of the politicians you bribe to share some of Frank's if it's fine with you.
How dare you, Freak Five? How dare you?
What else? You should always carry baby wipes with you if you're gonna shart on somebody else's bed, though. I mean, if they don't have a pet and you need to cover it up real quick, especially if you're in the middle of sex, because you want to complete first before you deal with it.
I mean, unless you're into that type of thing, rolling around in scat, like poop. Have you ever seen?
Those people are wrong.
They are. They're definitely wrong, man. Definitely.
That's right. I'm judging people because, if you're trying to get out of it, you better, you got to finish what you're doing first. So you got to complete the sex and then deal with the consequences later.
Yeah. Exactly.
You could, if you get her loud enough, you could blame it on her.
You shed all over the place. What's wrong with you?
I'm lucky you didn't shit on my dick. This is ridiculous.
All right. Anything else you got, Break?
I could probably think of a few more things, but I think that's good.
All right.
I was a little startled when your dog started licking my balls, but I didn't complain. I am not staying silent about that.
Yeah, deflect blame, man. The dog shit all over me, man. That's crazy. Man.
If you're all out of options, if there's a window nearby, you could say a homeless person threw it through the window. You have to blame a homeless person. Or a minority,
How dare you? How dare you? All right, we got to move on, man. Holy shit.
Inquiring minds want to know.
The inquiring minds definitely don't want to know about your shit, Breakman. But what they do want to know is what you've been playing.
I'm still playing Dungeons 3. It's a fun game. I got the same opinion of it I had. It's a really good game, but it's marred by technical difficulties.
Aw, darn it.
I would love, I want to give this game like a 9, but the technical difficulties just, because the slowdown and
Yeah, I wonder if you played that on X.
I know.
Or
I was just
yeah,
gonna say
it would
that.
play
If you,
better.
I wonder if you played it on the next gen, if it would take care of some of that.
I would want to find that out. But playing on this gen, it's like I'll go to click on something and then it'll stop real sudden, and then when it picks back up, I'm like 2 feet away from the the icon I was trying to click on. Like, God damn it! Fuck! And
Yeah,
it'll,
it's like a
come
lag
back,
issue,
try
you
to
know.
click
It's like,
on a certain enemy. Like, get that enemy! No,
Yeah.
that one! God damn it! I can't even touch it.
God damn it. Yeah, yeah. Freak Five says he's been playing Legend of Mana. So there you go. All right. Is that it? Break.
I've also been playing at the Fallout Shelter still. I think I'm almost done with it. Like, I can't really find anything else new to do.
Hmm.
So I guess there was no like in-game build for this one or nothing like that.
Wow, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Oh
right.
well, I'll probably keep playing it just because it's
Fallout, and you're a big Fallout shill.
Well, I was gonna say because it's just lazy game. It's like I could just be lazy with it.
All
It's a lot
right.
of like waiting for something to happen type stuff. So if I'm just like, I'm gonna take a shit, I'm gonna play this.
Yeah. Wow, Freak Five just came out with a new idea for his shrink item spell that he was talking about. I'm curious, Freak Five. All right, Eric, what you been playing?
I've been playing more Monster Hunter Stories, and I got through Skyward Sword HD, so that's done. I'll have a review of it later.
Right on.
On the show. And I played, after I finished that up, I started playing Great Ace Attorney. Played a little Blaster Master 03, but I haven't really touched it yet. Just got through the opening area.
All right.
But that's all I've been playing.
Okay. Dungeon says he got back into Warframe after getting a free frame from Tenacon. I have that game, Warframe, and I never played it, Dungeon. Maybe I should take a look at it. Freak says, shrink a pile of dragon shit to the size of a coin, then drop it in someone's bed. Wow, that's something else, Freak 5. Wow. Whew, okay. All right. Let's see here. Good luck carrying that around, though. I mean, what are you going to do? Put it in a bottle or something? All right. I already went through Breakman and Eric. I didn't get a chance to play much, so... I mean, I played MPQ, but that's about it. Nothing super exciting. So there you go. Let's move on to...
RPGrinders reviews.
All right, Breakman. You got any reviews this week?
No, not really.
All right, Eric. You're up.
Okay, I'm going to review... first, I might as well cover Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Just a little brief review. I did review the original Wii version, back in 2011 when it came out.
Yeah.
And it is more or less the same game, but there are quite a number of quality of life changes which are appreciated, like the ability to not have to learn what a green ruby does when you pick it up after starting the game, after loading it up from your first session or whatever session you were on. It did that, like it acted like you hadn't done that before. So that's been fixed.
Green Ruby, what is this?
And
What do I do with this?
And Fee isn't nearly as annoying as she was in the original, because a lot of those times in the original game, like, she just tutorialized you even if you didn't want to. Now you can choose to access her advice. She still tells you a lot of stuff, but it's usually stuff that's also related to the story. And it just, like, a short recommendation, and then she won't go into a long explanation. After that, you can still ask help afterward. But, like, so it's not front-loaded to you, so that's fine. And another good thing would be the motion controls. Like, I didn't test them, but apparently they work well on the Joy-Cons. Because the other use the Wii Remote Plus, which uses sensor bar, which is slightly more accurate, but they refined it so that you didn't have to make such precise motions to do certain things, which made controlling it actually harder. So now it's actually easier, but you can play with a pro controller, and they map the sword to the right analog stick. And it works out well, but the weird thing is you've lost the ability to use the sword while moving. Because if you want to move around the camera while you're running around, you have to hold down the L button, which I would appreciate it if it were a toggle, or if the toggle worked as such that like you hit the L button, then you can use a sword, or you hit it and then you use the camera. But there's not too many instances in the game where you'd want to be running around and using the sword anyway, though, so it's kind of fine. But one quality of life change that is very, very bizarre and kind of gross of Nintendo to do is to lock the ability to go up into the sky from anywhere in the game with the use of the sky Loftwing amiibo. It's like, why? You can't even buy that amiibo anymore now because Nintendo prints only so many of those because Nintendo, But so that was gross. But the other improvement to the game is that you could advance the tech much quicker, either by holding down the A button to make it go faster, or some lines you can skip all the way to the end of the text before you can advance it. So it just instantly pops up. But there are still some scenes where you have to wait for certain things to happen because the game is trying to be cinematic and pan the screen and the camera to another shot. So you have to just sit there and wait for it. But otherwise, you could skip a lot of text and saves you time. And I think my original playthrough was like 60, and this one was more like 45. So it saves a lot of time that way. One thing I wish they could have done is like having the ability to fast travel between the statues at will. That would have been nice. But otherwise, it's a really great touch up from the original. Plus, the game runs at 60 frames now, so it's much more easy to play. And I'm giving it 10 out of 10.
Wow, 10 out of 10. I think that's what you gave it originally, Eric.
No, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
So basically, they fixed your problems with it.
Yeah.
All right. So
And now I got to review Space Jam: A New Legacy. It's like I said on Twitter. It's just okay. It's an okay movie. I think I didn't have too much of a problem with the fact that the plot was basically a gigantic ad for all of Warner Brothers' back catalog of shit, because Ready Player One did that a lot more aggressively, in my opinion, as well as Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Right. Or I was about to say Wreck-It Ralph.
Mm-hmm. But it's about how LeBron is a bad dad and he needs to learn how to not be a bad dad. That's basically the plot of the movie.
yeah.
Is he really a dad though? I don't know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's a dad.
So is that kid actually?
He's actually a good dad.
Yeah,
That
he's
probably is his own kid.
Mhm.
No, I don't. Jordan didn't use his kids in the movie. I doubted someone.
No, he didn't use his real kids in the movie. His
Yeah.
real kid's off gonna be another NBA star. His son, they call him Bronny, is something else, man. It's gonna be really good.
Because his son in the movie was named Dominic, and like the plot is about him being good at video games and him wanting to make video games instead of be a basketball player like his dad.
Yeah. All right. So what do you think about Space Jam: New Legacy, Eric?
I give it a 6.
Yeah, slightly above average. That's what I've been hearing. Like a lot of people have not said super kind things
like,
about it.
one thing it has over the original Space Jam is that let's see, Don Cheadle is basically the star because he's having a field day just being Don Cheadle. And
Don Cheadle, you just play yourself in this movie. Okay.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that the Looney Tunes actually get to be Looney Tunes. They kind of didn't do that in the original Space Jam.
Cheadle being
And a lot
Cheadle.
of the movie's humor was seeing the NBA players not being able to be NBA players because they had their abilities taken away.
Yeah, that was fun in the original.
Yeah.
And Bill Murray being there was also fun.
Yes, Bill Murray definitely added to it.
But LeBron, unlike Michael Jordan, can actually act. So there's that. So that's probably why it's a 6. But I think the original Space Jam was good for just the sheer weirdness of it, and it was amusing to see just how unfunny it was.
Yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of the first Space Jam. I don't know.
And also the Quad City DJ song, which is memed in everything now.
Yeah. I actually want to watch this, but I'm gonna wait. I get HBO.
It leaves HBO Max on the 5th, so you got some time.
I might watch it this weekend then.
I get rid of HBO Max like when there's no new movie that's like big to me.
Tenet's also on there, so you can watch that.
I like Tenet. That was a pretty decent
And
movie.
New Mutants. I need to watch the New Mutants because I hear it's bad, but I don't want to see for myself just how bad.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, nothing I've seen or read about that movie makes me want to waste my life on it.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Anything else, Eric? On
But
Space?
not to
it
say I
for-
haven't wasted my life on bad movies before.
Oh yeah.
That's it for
we've all been.
reviews.
All right. Let's move on to everybody's favorite segment.
What is it?
Stinko of the Week.
All right, Breakman, what you got for us?
Okay, I got a few. Well, since we're talking about movies, I might as well go into my complaints with the movies. There's a couple movies that are gonna be they're gonna be huge flops. I should say the new Ghostbusters movie. It's gonna be out in November. I'm really disappointed what I saw in the trailer, and not by the movie. Not the movie itself I want to see. It's what happened after the movie, and it's what's happening to the next MCU movie. On the very end of the trailer of Ghostbusters, there's a little bitty line that says "in theaters only."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Sony, what you doing?
So Ghostbusters.
It's not the only movie either.
Afterlife is being sent to die. Shang-Chi and what's the rings?
10 rings.
10 rings.
Yep.
10 rings. 10 rings. That's what it is. That's being sent to die, and some other movies. But yeah.
Dungeon says I haven't heard anything good about New Mutants either. Tempted to still watch it. I'll watch it later.
I think
It's gonna be so bad that it's like you laugh at the like things you're not supposed to because it's just so bad.
Right.
I think the thing with Disney though is that I think they're doing that because they don't want to get into another legal dispute like they are with ScarJo, which I'm going to talk about later. But,
Yeah. Okay. What else you got, Break?
But for Sony, I think Sony just wants to pretend the pandemic's over and they don't give a fuck.
Well, none of these companies give a fuck, man. None of them. None of them.
Well, they're not even pretending to give a fuck.
Ghostbusters too, like the new preview show with the little mini Stay Puffs. I'm like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh, they're making s'mores out of each other.
Yeah. I did dig that preview.
The one thing that I kind of makes me feel gross about the whole Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer thing, is that they're advertising it as a way like they're almost doing like a MAGA, make America Ghostbusters again or something. It's like they're pandering to nostalgia for a past that didn't exist because they're trying to make this movie more like a Spielberg event.
I think they had to.
Ghostbusters was not about.
I think they had to though, Eric, because the last Ghostbusters movie just it didn't do it for anybody, man. Although I kind of liked it.
It's a good movie, and apparently the extended edition rectifies a lot of the problems with the pacing and the relationships between the characters a lot. Because
I have that, and it does.
Throughout that movie probably helped give you context to certain things.
Yeah, exactly. I like the extended edition of that movie. What else you got, Breakman?
I need to watch it myself though.
Let me see. I got a couple more. Dusty Hill died. I know he's in his 70s, but that was kind of like holy shit, like surprise.
Who did?
I didn't see it coming. That singer from ZZ Top.
You kidding me, man? I didn't know that. Oh boy.
He died earlier this week.
Of what? Just old age or
I
COVID?
don't know if they said what he died of. Because he seemed like he was in great health too. So it was
Yeah.
like sudden, like, oh shit, he's dead.
Yeah,
Really?
exactly. Wow, I did not know that, Breakman. That's Legs and all those fucking great 80s songs that they
Yeah.
did with,
I'm
good
gonna see if
stuff.
they said what he died of.
Let me read
'Cause I-
chat while you do that, man. Dungeon says, I'm excited for the new Ghostbusters. Freak says, I want to see Ghostbusters. Looks great. My only complaint is looks like the world has forgotten about Ghost. I could be wrong, but they did that between 1 and 2. Dungeons.
I was thinking maybe it was more of a like, well, America hasn't seen a ghost, so maybe ghosts are gone.
Yeah. Dungeon says, yeah, it's weird. I think someone tried to explain it that most people thought it was just a hoax, but that was a while ago. We'll see. I think it looks okay. But I'm definitely not going to theater to see it, so just letting you know. All right. What else?
said he
I
died
probably
in his
will,
sleep.
just because I'm a brave individual.
Yeah. The way Delta's going, Eric,
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, the movie comes out late August, right? So who
Yeah.
knows?
I mean, I planned a trip to Vegas, but I mean, I'm worried if Vegas is even gonna be open in September.
Yeah.
So, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know. Like, it's just the people who are anti-vax they are steadfast in it, and they're gone on like a vicious spree.
Yeah.
Well,
They're-
if my current movie viewing experience is any indication, I'll be the only one in the theater.
Yeah.
So
Well, if
just-
that's the case, then that's cool.
if like one person shows up, I'll throw my mask on. I'll bring it just in case.
Yeah. No, that's a
I
good
think I
idea.
could do that. I could tolerate just another person in there, but like a crowd, fuck no.
Yeah, I know, man. And see, I live in Denver, so any theater I go to is gonna have people in it, and I don't know.
Well, I was out grocery shopping today. I saw maybe a handful of other people wearing masks today.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna try to see F9 and Snake Eyes this weekend.
yeah. Fuck Snake Eyes, man. Fuck that movie.
That movie's been sent to die too.
Freak says his Stinko, Mrs. Freak is in the hospital with her asthma again. The air conditioning outside is hard. That's terrible, Freak 5. I'm sorry to hear that. He says
it's fucking terrible.
He says also the Olympics. Yeah, I agree, Freak 5. The Olympics have been a shit show from start to finish.
I'm not I used to like the Olympics as a kid, but as I got older, I just really started to hate the Olympics.
It's
more and more. I just
really
don't
bad.
like it.
I agree. I'm with you, Breakman. It used to be something to be, kind of proud of, and
Yeah, like I loved like Team America or the Dream Team. Fucking loved the Dream Team. You remember the Dream Team, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That of course. I mean that was fun to watch that team, man. They demolished anybody in their path, man. It was fun.
Exactly. And I've got one more Stinko. It actually relates into my Sweeto because, well, I don't want to bring us back down when we're on the Sweetos, but I'll just go ahead and say it. It starts out with we all know what's going on with Blizzard. They obviously have a horrible environment, and the ownership and management are completely tone deaf to it. And they sent out a letter which was so aggravating to the staff, which was part of my Sweeto, that they all decided to walk out on them.
Yep.
That'd be my Sweeto, one of my Sweetos, is them walking out.
Yep.
The employees finally standing up to themselves. Maybe this will start leading to a hopefully unionization.
Yep.
But that's where my Stinko comes in, because Blizzard is thinking the same thing, and they hired an
union busting
law firm.
Yeah.
The same one that Square Enix did.
Yeah.
Godly, man. We're going to talk about Activision Blizzard here in a second. Let me get to Freak 5's comment. He says,
Kotek is just a piece of shit.
yeah. Oh, no question about that. One of my wife's former co-workers had 2 vaccinated patients, Freak 5 says, who had corona. Not sure if it was Delta variant or not. Yeah, see, even if you're vaccinated, that Delta variant, and you know what? I'm not.
Which is why more people are supposed to be vaccinated. If we are all vaccinated, it means that there's less chance of any of us getting it.
I agree.
Also, if you got Johnson & Johnson, you definitely need a booster.
Yep, for sure. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. I am not worried about the Delta variant because I'm vaccinated, right? But I am worried for other people that are unvaccinated with the Delta variant. But even scarier than that, guys, is this Lambda variant that nobody's really talking about right now, and that's the one that anybody who's vaccinated gotta worry. You gotta worry if you get the Lambda variant vaccinated. Doesn't matter if you're vaccinated; it still has a chance of wreaking havoc and killing you. So Delta is definitely scary. It's 1,000 times. I read the research on it. It's like it's 1,000 more times likely to spread it, even if you are vaccinated. So, if you're unvaccinated, I don't know what to tell you. Get vaccinated.
Frank, I got a homie discount for you that I didn't see until now.
Okay, go ahead.
.hack GU last recode for PS4 is $5.
Ooh, that's a good one.
On PSN.
Hey, that's good, Eric.
I like just looking through the news feed today. Like, anytime somebody said talking about COVID, just looking at the comment section, there are like 20 different people anytime. Like it's a hoax. This is still a hoax. They're brainwashing you, stupid libertards, and everything else.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb that people politicize this and not look just purely at the science. It's just, and what's really stupid is a lot of these people that are talking about the COVID vaccines and stuff like Fauci. I'm pretty sure Fauci is a Republican. So it's like what in what world do you care about what party is telling you to get the vaccine? Like it just doesn't. It shouldn't be a partisan thing. We should all as one say, hey, now if you don't do it because you think that there's fucking, I don't know, microchips in the fucking vaccine, that's a whole different thing, and we can talk about that separately.
But the thing is, there's a lot of people that apparently believe that shit.
Yeah, I know.
There are a lot of people that are believing the weirdest hoaxes, like their mind control in the vaccine, or Bill Gates is putting this into to monitor your whereabouts and shit like that.
Frogs make you gay type thing. Frogs in the water make you gay, and all this stupid conspiracy theorist bullshit that a lot of it came from Alex Jones and those type of people, and it just. I don't know, man. Just look at the science. You know what?
Instead of going to theater to see F9, I'm just going to rent out Voodoo because it's on Voodoo now.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea, Eric. So, yeah, I mean, don't listen to politicians. Do your own homework, do your own research, and come up with your own ideas about it. Now, and then if you do that and you still don't want to get the vaccine, I don't know what to tell you. Just... fucking die.
See, the thing is, a lot of people, when you tell them to do research, that's another thing I see online. Is everybody telling everybody else, both sides, do your research. It's because the people, because it's so politicized. The people on the right are only exclusively listening to Fox News and OAN,
right,
and reading Breitbart and listening to WLW on the radio and shit.
OAL or OAN or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, OAN. All these companies that are just. These people are worried about their own selves. They're not worried about you or the good of the economy, they're worried about their own money.
Yeah, yeah.
So a little bit they're more worried about their money than they are about human life.
Yeah. It's sad, man. All right, my ex's grandfather died from COVID. So
that's terrible.
Yeah, it's as real as it fucking. I mean, this was a while back, Breakman. But,
you probably told us about it.
I think I might have mentioned it on the show. I mean, it's as real as it gets for me, and it should be as real as it gets for everybody in this country. Not getting the vaccine, I think, is terribly irresponsible.
I've had friends on Twitter that have gotten COVID.
Yeah. And here's the thing,
at this point, everybody knows somebody who's gotten it, and there's still people who are fighting tooth and nail against it. For instance, the guy who was in church when in his church caught it, and he was in his 30s and died just this past week. And his pastor saying, "Well, no, I don't tell people to get vaxxed still."
Yeah.
Even after people in his own church are dying, young people of it.
Yeah.
Still, no, it's still a choice. It's their personal choice. I don't recommend it to them. So
that's, I mean, if you're in a position...
there's a lot of churches actually still fighting to be open. They're no, we don't want to wear masks. They're fighting against masks.
Well, then I don't know what to tell you. It's a fucking public health crisis. The Delta's going to be bad.
There's too many people fighting against it.
Here's the thing.
Fucking baddie.
Here's the thing, guys. I'm myself personally, like everybody in my inner circle of people that I know are all vaccinated, which I'm thankful for. My mom and dad are vaccinated. You know, my girlfriend is vaccinated. Like we all understand the consequences. You know, like we're. But here's the thing, like I'm not worried about the Delta variant at all because we're all vaccinated. I don't want to spread it to anybody else, so I will be wearing masks when I'm in large gatherings. I mean, I got a Guns N' Roses concert that Bernie and I are going to be attending in a couple weeks, and we're gonna
You guys should
wear
take
fucking
like
masks.
a giant cardboard box with you, just wrap it around you as protection.
I know, man. I know.
Like
Now-
have like
Cardboard
6 feet.
condom.
Like I said, I'm
Cardboard
a cardboard condom. I'm not worried about the Delta variant at all, guys. Like it's not something that I'm like actively like really super afraid of. I am afraid of spreading it, but the one that I'm really not looking forward to is the Lambda variant. Lambda variant's scary because people that are fully vaccinated could get really, really fucking sick off the Lambda variant. So I'm hoping that more and more people get their fucking vaccines, and maybe by some miracle, by the time the Lambda variant comes through, a lot of us are vaccinated, and it's not going to matter. Or there's booster shots in advance of the Lambda variant. That's what I'm hoping. So I really don't know what to say to people to get it. I'm tired of trying to explain to people.
Yep.
It's a serious matter of life and death. And now, Breakman, there's like lots of people that get it that are begging for the vaccine, and then the caregivers are like, it's too late. It's way too late. You cannot get the vaccine once you get
have it. Like that was the point of getting vaccinated.
Right.
I haven't been watching South Park lately. It's like, so when Carmen used the stick in his hand of special, did he use it to push people away or what?
He used it to push his mom away. Like 6 feet back, Mom, 6 feet back.
Freak Pie says you're a fucking moron if you think there are microchips in a vaccine. Don't do your own research. Listen to the experts who actually are trained to research disease. That's what I mean by research. Listen to people. Read.
If you, with the right, for instance, they will always go and find like the experts, quote unquote, who disagree with like, for instance, like climate change. They'll always go find like the 10 scientists. There's like thousands of scientists that say, hey, the climate change is real. They'll go and find the 10 scientists that disagree, and they'll bring them people on constantly to make it look like they're the majority. The minority if people think this is wrong or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they definitely try and twist people's views.
Exactly. Freak says my father-in-law and stepmother-in-law had it. My cousin had it. Did they all pull through? Freak 5? Were they asymptomatic, or what happened with that? Okay, anything else, Breakman? Your stinkos?
No, that's enough. It's your guys' turn.
All right, Eric. Eric, Breakman mentioned Activision Blizzard, and I think that's part of your stinkos.
Yeah, basically just going back years of sexual abuse before the merger with Activision. This is Blizzard we're talking about. So
which is sad because I love their game.
I know.
So they're basically the U.S. version of Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm.
And Activision's no better because they let this continue even after the merger.
Yep.
And then there's all this stuff that have built up over the years, like people asking like developers questions about female characters in their games, and they basically just dismissing them.
Yeah. I'm not buying any new Blizzard or Activision games. Period.
I mean, I bought Sekiro used on for the Xbox on eBay because I knew I didn't want to give them money. Because guess what? As soon as this stuff leaked, they put a bunch of sales out on the digital storefronts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I paid less too because it was like $25 plus tax because you have to pay tax on eBay now.
Yeah, I agree, Freak 5. I know what you're saying. What I mean by research is listen to the experts and then actually read articles and peer review.
But like I was saying, like people are going to look for the confirmation bias. They're looking to be confirmed. They want to be right.
Yep, you're right,
Most people.
Breakman. The minute
which
somebody
is why
said,
like Republicans refuse to look at like they just bastardize CNN and MSNBC, and according to them, those are the only other news.
yeah,
It's either those two or Fox. Like that's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Conversely, if you try to convince someone that their favorite Democrat is a shit piece,
yep.
Yes.
they'll yell at you.
Oh
Yep.
my God, yes.
Freak
The
says it.
Nancy Pelosi love makes me sick.
Oh God, yeah, I hate it too. Breakman.
Or the deification of any billionaire.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh
Fr-
my God, dude. That on Twitter. I said something this week that made me get more like complaints and angry people than I have ever gotten in my life. And it was something that I thought I did not expect any of this when I
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah.
It was just like a simple line, like like your people's worship of the rich is really weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I
To
saw that.
effect. And I was attacked like nonstop, and I'm just like, what the fuck happened?
You know, it's
here?
really weird. Like the ruling class has its defenders, and you would not expect that. Like it's so
No,
fucking
of
weird.
All the things I've said over the years
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
I've made lots of people angry, but I've never had this many people
It's
mad at me.
I saw that, Breakman.
It's kind of like that skit from Futurama where Fry is like going like,
Yeah.
well, why are you defending the rich?
Yeah.
I don't know, but one day I'm gonna get rich, and if I don't, then the other
No,
poor
it's-
people better
it's,
watch their step or something.
One
like
day
that.
I will be rich, and it's like one day I may be rich, and people like me better watch their step or watch
Yeah.
themselves.
Freak says, I think my cousin was a little sick. My in-laws pulled through, but I think my father-in-law is still having some complications. I was planning to play WoW again at some point, but now I don't think I will. I agree, Freak 5. I'm boycotting
I kind of
Activision
wanted
Blizzard.
to get that Blizzard arcade collection, but no, I'm not giving
I
them
know.
money.
Nope.
I did too.
I'm not
Rock and
doing
Roll
it.
Racing.
Yep.
I'll hopefully wait for like a limited run and physical release and
You know,
buy it that way.
and
maybe.
I have been
here's-
a long time Blizzard fan, like since
Yep.
Rock and Roll Racing on the
Yep.
Super Nintendo.
Yep.
Like the original Warcraft
Yep.
games,
Yep.
like before World of Warcraft
Here's
and Diablo.
Yeah.
I'm just
here's my view on it. Like people kind of get mad at me when I say I'm gonna boycott Activision Blizzard because of the people that are there. Those people are talented enough. They can get work at a company that values them and appreciates them a lot better. Or go
not only
into
that, those people aren't getting that much. They're not getting paid that well for
no,
the job.
that's the other thing. They're not getting
Like
paid
most
that
of that
well.
money is going to go to like Bobby at the top.
Oh, he's getting his fucking. They approved what was it, $153 million package for that piece of shit? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly. So don't let them like shame you on not wanting. To
Yeah.
buy, like, this
You're already
game.
paying them annually in taxes anyways. Why give them more
right?
money?
They pay zero in taxes. They're one of like 53 big time like Fortune 500 companies in this country that don't pay fucking taxes. So, fuck Activision Blizzard. Fuck them.
Fired all their
Fuck
shit
it.
at the
Fuck
very least.
them. Yeah, I
And
agree.
they're another example of why the gaming industry, like the developers, need to get together and they need to unionize.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree, Breakman.
But,
All right. What?
my other stink go is
Yes.
Disney.
Well, you
Uh,
yeah, you
Disney,
skipped your homelessness one, man. I think that's big.
Oh yeah, but I was gonna get to that, but you know.
Okay.
But since you mentioned it before I get to Disney, LA is basically made homelessness illegal, so they'll just arrest you for being a homeless person on the street.
I have no idea why this is a legal thing. Just because you're homeless, you can get arrested now in LA, and it's sickening. It makes me sick to my fucking stomach, and I hope the ACLU is on this and wants to do something about it, or some, pro bono lawyer that can help the fucking homelessness in LA.
Yeah,
What the
Of
fuck?
course,
definitely people
useless
like that that
Biden
are
hasn't
simple.
stepped in yet.
Yeah, it's just
Oh yeah,
so
we're
stupid.
still waiting for him to step in on the rent thing, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean okay, so they
Biden's
adjourned
probably
with
taking a nap like a good grandpa he is.
they adjourned without coming up with a solution for the moratorium, Breakman. So
Yep, that's what I was afraid of.
starting tomorrow, there's going to be even more homeless people.
Anyway,
So-
here's the thing. Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney over Black Widow's Disney Plus release because the contract was supposed to be for theatrical only run, which of course COVID happened and that.
Well, and
Well-
part of her contract is she was going to get part of the profits of
Yeah.
Yes.
from movie sales. So
But
it
Disney
does
knew
affect-
that since COVID was happening, they did this thing, but they didn't change the terms of their contract
Nope.
at any point. So now she's of course pissed, and she's rightfully so. But
Apparently, they negotiated with a lot of other people over the same thing.
Yeah,
Just
but
not really her.
basically they tried to scoff at her claims by saying that she dared to work during and had callous disregard for COVID, despite the fact that you basically made her film because that was her job. But they're also the company that let Disney open during the pandemic without any kind of precautions until they had to.
I hope Scarlett Johansson wins this lawsuit and all the damages that go along with it. I hope she gets. I think what is she? I didn't see the terms, but
I think it was 50 million.
Yeah, but I'm guessing with damages and stuff, it'll be up to 100 million. I hope she gets every fucking bit of it.
And somebody made a point that I was reading on this story, like that. One of the places I read the story, I've read it a few times, but this going to a lawsuit, like we didn't see what happened behind scenes. Like it had to have gotten bad for this to go to a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Like there was negotiations going on. They had been going on, but apparently like she wasn't getting treated the way a lot of other people were, you know.
Because she's a woman. Of course. It always boils down to that. Some form of discrimination from fucking executives at the top. I mean, it's just, you can trace it back to that in all of these type of cases, Breakman. I shit you not. It's either because A, you're a woman, B, you're black, or C, you're brown, or D, you're gay. You can pretty much put it into those fucking 4 categories, you know, and there you go.
Or if you or anyway look like that or defend that in any, you know,
right.
if you wear something that they think is gay, for
right,
instance.
Exactly.
Like that looks like gay clothing, you know,
right.
whatever that means.
But whatever that means, exactly. Freak Pie says, and you choose who you associate with. Any employees who aren't leaving or making that choice, I bet many of them could leave and create. He's talking about the Activision thing. Yeah, I agree, Freak Pie.
That's why they need to unionize. Like they need to get together and start fighting.
It's just
like,
hard when you got fucking union busting fucking politicians that you know will fucking vote, you know, any, you know, to squash any fucking union, man. It's fucking hard, you know. It's stupid. Except for the police union.
I mean, the Republicans have done such a great job of bastardizing unions over the years.
Yep, they sure have. And Democrats too, by the way.
Yeah.
You know.
Meanwhile, they defend the police union at every turn.
Oh yeah,
until it gets in their way. You know.
Yeah. All right, what else you got, Eric?
The Capitol Police.
Yeah, exactly. Eric, what you got?
That's it for my stinkos.
I real quickly, my stinko is I have an electrical issue in my car, but since we're gonna go move on to Sweetos here.
What does my tattoo say?
Sweeto of the week.
Sweeto of the week is I think I might have fixed it on my own. My own electrical issue in the car. I think I might have fixed it. So
cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, shady mechanic after shady mechanic. I'm just fuck it. I took it into my own hands, and I think I might have fixed the issue. So there we go. Also the AC.
That reminds me, I need to get my car looked at because apparently the tire warning, my warning light for my tire, check your tires, is broken and needs to be fixed because it went on even though I have no problem with my tires because I took it and got it checked out and they didn't say anything wrong.
There's a sensor right inside the stem.
Yeah, the sensor is inside the computer. It's not on my wheels, unfortunately.
Okay.
So I have to take it to a dealer.
Gotcha. Ooh, that still sucks, but hopefully they can fix that, Eric.
Yeah, they'll charge you more at the dealership.
Of course they will. The AC's fixed in my house. Last week I complained about the AC so I'm not dying right now like I was the past couple of weeks, so that's cool. Freak says his Sweeto, he got a new tattoo today of a man's butt on his butt, he said. So there you go. That's cool. Freak 5, what'd you get? I'm just obviously playing. All right, Breakman, what's your Sweeto?
Well, I already said part of on the Blizzard employees fighting for themselves, standing up for themselves. Good, keep at it. And speaking of standing up for yourselves, the women at the Olympics. I know we already talked about the Olympics. I'm not a fan, and I'm not talking about the games themselves. I'm talking about the women who were, well, for instance, the German team who refused to wear bikinis.
Yeah, awesome for them. Good for them.
I mean, there's no reason you should be able to wear whatever you want to play. Well, I mean, within reason, there should be limits. Like, you don't want somebody like in overalls playing volleyball or something. That's not going to work. But you know what I mean. As long as it's not restricting your play.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not offensive. Why shouldn't you be able to use it?
Right. No, I agree. Okay.
But Simone Biles, stepping out and saying, "Hey, I think my mental health, like I don't think I can do this," and the people attacking her are nuts. They can go fuck themselves. That's it.
Simone Biles is awesome, and I mentioned her like 3 weeks ago on the show for one of the most amazing things I've ever seen a human being do. Breakman, she did a double pike off of the vault after flipping, and it was insane. Nobody has ever fucking done it, and it's crazy how athletic she is, and I applaud her for also bringing mental health awareness to the Olympics too, because she quit before the last round that she could have easily have won.
Yep.
And it's a cool tattoo.
She's saying that she doesn't think she could at that time. She just wasn't mentally in the right place.
She wasn't mentally,
and it would be better for her to not do it than to go out there and maybe like hurt herself because she's not mentally prepared.
Yep. Nice tattoo, Freak 5. He got a tattoo of the Rocky Picture Show lips. What does that stand for? Obviously Dynamite. TNT 575. It might be something personal. If you don't want to say, obviously.
I've never seen that movie.
It's good. You should watch it, man. It's a good time. It's a good musical. It's one of the only musicals I can actually watch. So.
Yeah, because I don't like most musicals.
Yeah, it's really good, Eric. You would enjoy it for sure. Where do we leave off? Breakman, more Sweeto goodness.
Nope. Just Eric's turn.
All right,
I
Eric.
have a Sweeto. I just found this out apparently. I mean, who knows if it's gonna actually lead to anything, but it's getting closer, I guess, because Trump's tax returns are finally gonna get released.
I can't wait to see this, man. It's gonna be a shit show, but it's gonna be fun to see. Like how he hid a lot of his money, and that he's not really a billionaire. Finally, I mean there's no question he has a shit ton of money that he stole from people, but he's definitely not that much. Yeah. Freak says it was me and my wife's 15th anniversary present to ourselves. Our initials and the date we got married with the Rocky Horror Picture Show lips because we met at a midnight showing. Our initials are TNT, and we got married on 5/7/05. That's pretty awesome, Freak 5. That's a great shared gift between you and your lovely wife. So awesome. All right, Eric, did you finish your Sweeto?
Yeah.
All right, like I said, my Sweeto, I might have fixed my car, and the AC is fixed in the house. So we're gonna skip Funny or Stupid this week, much to Bernie's chagrin.
No, I think it's to all our benefit, though.
Oh God, that. Oh boy, well, I don't even want to. Yeah, we'll wait till next week because we need more time for this. Let me transition here. Now let's do our free for all, guys. It's a free for all. All right, it is the finals. We will determine the greatest video game. The greatest game show of all time. We whittled it down to 8. We're going to get to the final one today. But before we do that, next month we're finally going to do the Game Boy games, the greatest Game Boy game of all time. So that'll be next month. So we don't have to run a poll this week.
Spoiler alert, it's not Mario Land.
Yeah, probably not. And then I thought that the month after we would just follow it up with the greatest Game Boy Advance game, because I know there's too much to combine both of those. So we'll just do the top, Game Boy games and then the Advance games. So that way we don't have to run polls next couple of months. And then October obviously is going to be horror related in some form or fashion, so we'll have to come up with what that's going to be. But anyways, we are down to the final 8, guys. Let's see. Freak says the tattooist wife used to work with my wife. He quoted us 100 each, and we paid a $60 deposit on each. He did it for just for the deposit. That's awesome, Freak 5. Greatest video game show, Dungeon says. Yeah, it might as well be, Dungeon. I'm out of it, I guess. I don't know what's going on.
1 versus 100 on Xbox 360.
There you go. Okay, let's get started. Okay, the first matchup this week is Press Your Luck versus The Gong Show. I'll go with Breakman first.
As much as I like the funness of the Gong Show and the things that they wouldn't do today, like the gong and then yanking somebody off the stage, like that wouldn't fly today. But
well, they do something similar with the X's on America's Got Talent and stuff, but it's not the same, man. Like using that hook, like the gong.
Yeah, there's a little bit of meanness to the Gong Show.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of meanness to Press Your Luck.
Yes, there is. Yes.
And Press Your Luck is just more fun because of that you're kind of rooting for them. I mean, I guess you root for the bad people to get the hook, but you'll see people on the Gong Show and like, I like that performance. I don't want them to get the hook. But on Press Your Luck, you don't really care. You're rooting for the whammy every fucking time.
You want the whammy every damn. If that show was just whammy after whammy after whammy, oh god, man, I would. Ooh boy, look at this. Check this out, guys. Let's see if this comes up here. Oh, of course we got to get a Disney Plus fucking ad. Why not? Why not get a Disney Plus ad? I love it, Vic.
Big bugs, please. No whammy, stay away, please. This is for my sweetie. Stop!
You know what the best part of that, Breakman? You know what is because they would be begging for no whammies,
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, and then they get a whammy.
Yep.
If they said that, they'd just do it to them.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the more that you don't, more that you wish for not a whammy, you get a whammy. What are you saying, Eric? Gong Show or Press Your Luck?
Press Your Luck.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Press Your Luck, just because, man, fucking whammies, man.
It's the only show I can really think of that makes you root against the contestants.
I know, man.
Okay, money or prize. No whammies. Stop.
Stop right on a whammy. I love it, man. That you're right, Breakman. That alone makes that show fucking fantastic. Let me read chat real quick. It's just the three of us in the shop, all wearing masks. He was vaccinated also, but his wife knows about the health issues. Told her dad to wear a mask with us. Yeah, that's awesome, Freak 5. Dungeon says, speaking of game shows, as a side note, LeVar Burton finally got his guest spot on Jeopardy. I hope they give it to LeVar, Dungeon. It's not going to be Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers is playing football. I hope they give it to LeVar. LeVar's awesome. I think he'd be a fine choice. So there you go. All right, next matchup here. Price is Right versus Double Dare. Eric, you go first.
I'm going to go with Double Dare.
All right, Breakman.
I think this is a really interesting competition here because these are
I agree.
like Press Your Luck and Gong Show. There was a bit of meanness to them. Like Price is Right and Double Dare. Each of these shows had different games. Like the Price is Right would like have a hole in one or two, and Double Dare would have like the I forgot what they called them on the obstacle course. They like you'd get slimed on. You'd have to like. Look through a giant pancake in one, or jump into a big ball in another type event.
Tough choice.
So many unique ones. Yeah. Ooh. Wow, I really like both of these shows.
Yeah.
Okay, just to make it interesting, I'm gonna say Double Dare. I mean, he said Double Dare. I'm gonna say Price is Right.
I really want to pick Price is Right because I think it's one of the greatest game shows of all time, if not the greatest game shows of all time. But Double Dare was so fucking fun, man. I
love Double Dare.
I'm going Double Dare, man.
Only game show. Well, I should say that. It's not the only game show, but it's that and Family Feud. They're the only two game shows I've ever wanted to be on.
Yeah, I'm going Double Dare because of the slime, man. I mean, I love Plinko and Hole in One or Hole in Two and all those great games on Price is Right. But and you know what? Price is Right has had great hosts, Barker and Drew Carey was
He's
really good too. I like Drew Carey a lot. But who was
Who
it
was
on?
in there before Barker? Was it
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
Chuck Lorre maybe?
It could have been. It could have been Chuck Lorre, man. I'm not. Man, my memory doesn't serve me right, man.
I'm not the best at this either.
Yeah. And I agree.
first.
Double Dare, Freak 5 says. So there you go. Double Dare moves on.
I'm happy with that decision, even though I picked the other one. Like I said, that's one of the only shows I ever wanted to be on.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go to the bottom of the bracket here. This is the big matchup, guys. Wheel of Fortune versus Jeopardy. I'm going to go first on this one. This is actually really, really tough, but I'm telling you guys, I love Jeopardy. I think Jeopardy is an all-time great show, and Alex Trebek and the mustache, man. I wished he would have in his last years still had that mustache. It was pretty awesome. But I know Wheel of Fortune's a ton of fun and easier to play for a lot of people to like play along with. But I'm going with Jeopardy. What say you, Breakman?
Oh wow! Like we're just gonna kill Wheel of Fortune right away, aren't we? Because I'm a big fan of Jeopardy too.
Oh wow!
I like Wheel of Fortune, but it doesn't make you think as much as Jeopardy does. And,
what would you have picked, Eric?
I picked Jeopardy.
Okay, clean sweep. That's actually really surprising.
There's a 1 in that thing.
Oh, I know. It should be a explanation, but whatever.
As much as I like Jeopardy, I always thought I'd be like Weird Al if I ever got on Jeopardy.
Yeah,
like
I
that
know.
song.
I know, man.
My head would spin, and
yeah,
I'd get the Daily Double, and suddenly I'd be like $2,000 below and shit.
Yeah, what's his name? Speaking of LeVar Burton on Jeopardy, it would have been really cool, but there was something that never happened on Jeopardy at the same time that LeVar Burton did his guest spot. Somebody scored a negative 7,400 points on Jeopardy. Never
Ouch.
been done before. Never. And
How'd they
that
pull that off?
yeah, it's weird, but
Were they just buzzing into every question?
yeah.
Blue!
Well,
what is blue?
Yeah.
No, you were wrong the first time.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
still wrong. It's just you're wrong. Go away. Stop.
Yeah,
stop
get the hell
buzzing
off the stage. Nobody wants to see you anymore ever again in the history of mankind. It's sort of like that. What was it, Billy Madison? He's like, we are all dumber for hearing you. It's like,
No, that was his little speech was fantastic.
yeah,
He's
that
like,
that guy
Billy's
passed
like,
away, man. That guy, he passed away from COVID. That guy that was saying all that on that
What we
show.
need is Double Dare reboot, only adult Double Dare, sex-themed challenges and obstacle courses.
No.
The host making dirty jokes, Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle hosting.
I'm in on that, Freak 5. That would be awesome. Anything with Chappelle in it would be fucking fantastic. I'm not.
Oh, double dick, right?
Yeah, double dick. There you go. Or double D. Just double D,
Yeah.
I mean, that does sound like something they could do on the Playboy channel.
Of course.
You know,
Yeah, or Hustler or something. Yeah, I agree with that. All right. Hollywood Squares versus Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Eric?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I'm going to go next. I'm going to say Hollywood Squares just to make it interesting. I like both shows. Back in the day, Hollywood Squares was super funny with like Joan Rivers and Whoopi Goldberg, a few others. But Breakman, you're the tiebreaker.
I gotta go with you on Hollywood Squares.
Okay.
I really like every week it's like, oh well, who's the host gonna be this week?
Yeah,
you know? That's pretty funny. They got that. I don't know who that guy is.
They always
I
put
don't know
the
who she is.
funniest person in the middle. It was usually
Yes.
Joan Rivers in the center square.
Whoopi Goldberg was on there a lot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else was on there a lot.
Oh God, they had so many people on there. It was a ton of fun, man. That show was just an all-time great.
I mean, it was kind of like the Newlywed Game. Like there were, or not the Newlywed Game, the Match Game, where there were certain people that were on there just all the time, like like Charles Nelson Riley and
yeah, people like that. Yeah, Don Rickles was on there a couple times. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, now on to the next round here. Now we got Jeopardy versus Hollywood Squares. Breakman, what say you?
Oh, Jeopardy versus Hollywood Squares. So this is essentially a trivia game versus a guess. Well, it's are they lying or telling the truth? Kind of like.
Yeah.
Like Jeopardy depends on what you know. Like it is really up to you to win in Jeopardy. So I'm gonna go with Jeopardy.
Okay, Eric, what say you?
Jeopardy.
All right, clean sweep. Jeopardy goes into the finals, and who's he going to go up against? Is Jeopardy going to go up against Pressure Luck or Double Dare, Eric?
I'm gonna go with Double Dare.
Okay, I'm going to go next. I think Pressure Luck is an all-time great show. I'm picking Pressure Luck, which means Breakman is going to decide who goes to the finals. Breakman?
Well, Double Dare is going to be the different one from all of these because there's physical activity in Double Dare, whereas Pressure Luck and Jeopardy, the only physical activity is like getting your hand to the buzzer as quickly as possible.
And you got the whammies too, man. Don't forget that.
Yeah, no, that's not physical. That's a cartoon.
Well, you got to slam the button down, I guess.
Yeah, but
Slagar said, "Did I miss anything?" No, Slagar, you didn't miss
Almost
anything.
everything.
You didn't miss anything. Trust me, you didn't miss nothing. You just missed.
The show's just starting.
Maybe you missed this, Slagar. Maybe you missed this.
I wonder if he'll ever come down to collect his money.
Big bucks and stop.
Stop it all.
You missed the whammies. That's what you missed. They always hit the whammies when they have the most money too, man. It's so funny. All right, Breakman, it's up to you. Who moves on?
The thing is with Pressure Luck is it's not, other than the whammies, it's just really like a random trivia game.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Jeopardy's going to be a more thorough game in that, and Double Dare is going to be a random trivia game too, but it's also thrown in athletic events. And it's got a better host too. Yeah, I gotta go with Double Dare just because it's got a better host.
Wow, Double Dare moves
Yeah,
on.
Mark Summers was better than, I can't remember the host of Pressure
Peter
Luck.
Tamarkin was awesome. What's wrong with
I
you?
can't remember his name. Like,
Peter
I'm telling you, Mark
Tamarkin.
Summers.
Here's a quick little thing. I think it was Peter Tamarkin. Was it? Yeah, it was. No, was it Mark Summers or Peter Tamarkin? Like got into a plane accident and died. I think it was Peter Tamarkin.
Mark Summers is very much alive. So
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
not
So
him.
then it's Peter Tamarkin. I couldn't remember which one of those. But yeah, Peter Tamarkin got in a plane like that he drove or flew, and got in a plane accident, and passed away. So yeah. All right, the finals is here, guys. We got Double Dare going up against the Jeopardy. Nobody expected Double Dare to get here. Can it pull off the upset? Breakman, what say you?
Well, I just kind of talked about it. Like, this is, one game is going to be a mental trivia game, and the other game is going to be like a kind of a random trivia game, but physical activity. So you kind of have to not have knowledge and physical ability to do Double Dare. Even though most of the games were, these were aimed towards kids, whereas Jeopardy is, aimed towards adults. They've done Family Double Dare, which they're playing the same games. They're still doing the same, getting
Just with
slimed and
adults
looking for the
present.
giant pancakes. What's that?
Just with adults present.
Right. And just now adults are getting slimed, other than Mark Summers. Who's a germaphobe, by the way, which I always kind of thought was hilarious. Yeah, germaphobe, why are you doing that? Did Weird Al do a Double Dare song? Not that I'm aware of.
Weird Al
Jeopardy
did a
song.
Jeopardy song.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
did.
said.
Oh, that's what's. I didn't see. His
He's
song
trying to
log.
sway your opinion here.
Oh,
Breakman.
well, I haven't talked about Jeopardy yet. Wait a minute. I already said mention Weird Al, by the way. Well, I just heard a firework outside.
Wow.
That
was a gunshot.
It might have been. Don't say that. Jeopardy is all about your knowledge, and there are a lot of categories where you get to choose what your question is going to be, kind of along the lines of what your question is going to be, and you don't get to really do that with any other show. Well, I think the Pyramid, is that the other show that maybe does something like that?
Yeah, Pyramid did a lot of that, where you had to like guess what the person was kind of saying.
No, I'm thinking of the wrong game then.
Yeah.
But anyway, like, it's in a SNL didn't do a Double Dare episode.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Mark Summers is a great host. I think
Who you picking?
yeah. No, I'm still thinking here.
Okay. Everybody's on
I
the
think
edge of
Alex
their
Trebek
seats.
might be one of the greatest hosts of all time.
I agree.
Yeah, but I like Mark Summers, but I'm the rapist. That was a funny skit.
The
And I'm hoping
rapist.
for good things from LeVar Burton, but just for I mean, it is really a knowledge-based game. If you aren't skilled in knowledge, you're not going to do well.
I
But you're
like
also
how
on
I like.
stage and under pressure on both these games. Whereas Double Dare, you can compensate for your lack of knowledge with maybe skill and activity.
Mm-hmm.
But then maybe you shouldn't be there if you don't have any knowledge. I'm going to go Jeopardy
All right, Eric, what you picking?
I'm gonna pick
for the host.
Jeopardy.
All right, so I think it's a clean sweep. Jeopardy wins and is the greatest game show of all time, even though I think I spelled Jeopardy wrong on my thing here.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, Jeopardy. So Jeopardy ends up being the greatest game. I think we can all agree on that, right? I mean, even though some of the questions were a little highbrow and hard to
They
get.
do like they do like the college days too, and and teachers, like those would be harder though.
Oh
But like
God, the
college
teacher
would be
ones are
easier questions,
yeah.
and they did like sports events too. Like they did different trivia types.
You know
So
what I
that
liked
was,
about Alex Trebek? He was snarky, man. Like he would, you know.
he had some dry humor.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Aaron Rodgers would have been a good host for Jeopardy, but LeVar Burton's got my vote, man. I hope LeVar gets Jeopardy, but yeah, the first time ever like somebody scored negative 7,400 points on Jeopardy break, man. You got to watch it, man. It's pretty fun.
Sad.
It was sad. It overshadowed LeVar Burton for sure,
How do you like? I hope she wasn't like a school teacher or something.
I don't remember. So
I hope it's like she's a manager at Walmart, and then it's like, okay, well, she doesn't like
manager
she's
at
okay.
Walmart.
Like,
Yeah.
she's not gonna go
Gas station attendant Sue Ann over here, you know, like something like
Office
that.
manager. She currently has 20 staff and below her. Oh, that's gonna be great when she gets back to work.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I hope you guys.
School principal of elementary high and what? Elementary high.
Elementary high. All right, I hope you guys had fun with that tournament. Again, next month's tournament is going to be the greatest Game Boy games of all time. That should be a blast because there's plenty of Game Boy games to go around. We should not have any issues whatsoever coming up with...
Who do you think is going to win? I think it's going to be Mortal Kombat.
Should we do 64 or 32, guys? Do you guys like the 32 format?
How many Game Boy games
How about a 32 game split between Game Boy and Game Boy Color? And we work that down.
Game Boy and Game Boy Color. We're not doing Advance, Slagar. It's going to be Game Boy and Game Boy Color. I'll pick 32 Game Boy Color games and 32 regular Game Boy games, and that will be the next month.
If you can find 32 good ones, there was a lot of trash on the Game Boy.
There's at least 32 good Game Boy Color games by themselves.
Yeah.
Because I think there's at least 400 Game Boy Color games.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but what about regular Game Boy games? Like there was a lot of bad games.
Yeah.
There's at least like 600 of the Game Boy games.
I think I could come up with 32 Breakman. So I think we're good. We'll do Game Boy / Game Boy Color games next month. We'll have 64 to start off, and we will determine the greatest Game Boy game of all time. Followed up the following month by Game Boy Advance games, and then in October we're going to be doing our horror themed show, which I have not came up with. I'll have to get with these guys to figure out what we're going to do in the month of October, but not worried about that right now. So
best kill.
Ooh,
Best kill.
Oh gosh,
in a
man.
horror movie, you mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know any.
Golly, man,
I thought that was a funny sequence in Zombieland, like the kill of the week sequence.
Oh yeah. Well, Tucker and Dale's got like 5 kills alone.
Oh god, the one who jumps in the wood chipper.
Yeah, that one's great, man. That might be it, Breakman. I don't know. We'll think about that. Dungeon says I remember the ads for Game Boy add-ons like a giant lens and flashlight rig. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So we're gonna have tons of fun the next 2-3 months with our tournaments. I hope you guys all come back and join us for at least that, and tons of good stuff to come for sure. All right, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this edition of RP Grinders. Let's do our plugs. I see Slagar now. I finally just saw you, like, your name show up on the list of people, and there's Slagar. I know.
I would buy every one of those I could get because none of them fucking worked good.
What? What are you talking about?
The Game Boy Lights.
Oh, the game. Yeah, none of them worked good at all, man. That's why when they came out with that Game Boy Advance with like the backlight.
UST.
Yeah, yeah. Oh god, that was an awesome system, man.
That was a game changer.
Love that system.
I never bought the SP. Well, I never bought the initial run of the SP. I bought it used, and it was like modified to hell because somebody painted it. But I never bought the one with the backlight.
Slagar had that big lens and flashlight rig.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my god, that thing was fucking clunky as shit. You attached to the top of it and then like folded over the front of it. So
I know.
It was like a magnifying glass.
Pain in the ass.
Shitty little light underneath.
Maybe gotta give me help you if it just falls over.
Yep.
I never had one, but I had like childhood friends that had them.
Yeah. All right, guys.
I bought like every shitty little light I could find because like fucking light sucks. I gotta get.
I know, man. I spent so much money on trying to find a good solution, man. It fucking sucked, but whatever. All right, Breakman. Let's do our plugs.
Man, that was a lot of paper route money I think I wasted on that. Anyway. In honor of Dusty Hill.
Oh, wow. A little interlude there. I like it. Extended.
Thank you. Yeah. And you can follow me at RPGrinders on Twitter where you can ask Dear Breakman a question. And see me getting yelled at by people defending the rich. I'm completely confused. I did not expect that. I had a lot of...
Pick yourself up from the bootstraps, Breakman. Pick up those bootstraps.
I was having fun. Like, they were mad at... I know I got blocked by several people. I blocked one guy, though, because he was just like... He was trying to troll me, and I'm like, no, I'm the troll here. Go away.
That's awesome, man. All right, anything else, Break?
No, that's it.
All right, Eric, your plugs.
You can find what you can find reviews I've written on sites like BostonBashBrigade.com, or you can listen to the audio review on the feed for RP Grinders. And if you like those, you can go to my Patreon and give me as little as $1 to support me, so I can possibly do more in the future. But sometimes I use whatever little I get to buy games that I will then eventually cover on this show or otherwise. So if you can't find somebody else that might be able to, just mention me. But other than that, it's the link to my Patreon is in my Twitter profile, which is @EricRPG.
All right. Anything else, Eric?
Continue to wear a mask if you plan on going to places like grocery store, because the Delta's spiking in various places.
Yeah.
In Ohio, it's starting to spike.
Yeah. Freak5 says maybe for October tournament, best kill in a horror movie. That's what Breakman mentioned. Freak5.
I think the point is I'm always stealing his.
I
ideas,
gotcha.
So he's stealing mine.
I gotcha. He's getting you back, man.
Yes.
All right. I want to thank everybody in chat. Freak5, of course, our good friend Freak5. Our good friend Dungeon Buster was in there. Broadness was in there. Expectation Girl, Sad Girl, Slagar, good friend Slagar. And, that guy MXT was in there as well earlier. Just thought I'd mention that. But thank you all for joining the chat. Really, really appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitter @FrankBranches. You can follow me on any of the systems. Just type in RP Grinders or Frank Branches and you will find me. Also, I have a new channel that I started called Mexican Long Hair, where I do First Amendment audits and some other shenanigans in there. So make sure you check that out on YouTube. Subscribe. All that, share, comment, stuff like that.
Right, sure.
Convenient.
Convenient, exactly.
Yeah, I was talking to my wife. I missed him saying that. Yeah, right, Freak 5. All right, I think that's about it. Do you guys have anything else?
Stay safe.
Yep. You, Breakman?
Hide in your homes because go out and hoard stuff quickly because
Especially toilet paper. Yep, toilet. We are
back to black market toilet paper.
Yep. All right, stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Till then, we are out. Later, everybody. Fucking toilet paper. Land of toilet paper, Slagar says. All right. Slager says, when you guys were hoarding, we have miles of it, even at gas station. I know, Slager.
So his state was like the PS5 scalpers.
You guys like knew in advance, and you bought up all the toilet paper, and you were like, like Wario, you know. All right, chat. Thank you.
A roll.
Yeah, exactly.
You want a 2-ply? Oh, that's $20 a roll. Sorry.
$20 a roll. You have added black market toilet paper to your inventory, Dungeon says. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Dungeon, appreciate you being in there. Slagar, really appreciate it. Freak 5, have a good evening, guys. Stay safe this weekend. Obviously, we'll talk to you guys next week.